Hi everybody, welcome. Nice to see you guys. Let's start. We'll just be seated. You can sit one foot in front of the other. And just make yourself comfortable. Let me just turn this down a little bit. Cool. Now if you have got a block handy, have that near you, but you don't need to have a block for any of this. You can just do it without the block, but if you have got one, then have it nearby. Okay, and you've got maybe the right foot in front of the left. If that's uncomfortable on your knees, then you can always sit on your block. Yeah, and you can also prop yourself up against a wall if you need to as well. So hands on your knees, let your eyes close and let everything settle. If your knees are already talking, then you can just extend your legs out in front as well. If you're not comfortable closing your eyes, just look down your nose at your feet. Take a big breath in through your nose. And open your mouth and exhale, let it go. And again, big breath in through your nose. And open mouth, exhale, let it go. Last time, big breath in, filling yourself up with the air. Open mouth, exhale, emptying yourself of the breath completely. Now breathe in through your nose. And breathe out through your nose. Breathe in through your nose. And out through your nose. Now breathe in through your nose. Hold your breath for a moment at the top of the inhale. Then breathe out through the nose. And hold your breath out at the bottom of the exhale. Breathing in. Holding your breath at the top. And then breathing out. Holding your breath out. Breath in. Holding your breath at the top. And then breath out. Holding your breath out. The last round, long breath in. Get to the top of the inhale, hold your breath at the top. And long breath out. And hold your breath out at the bottom. Breathe in through your nose. And open your mouth, exhale, let it all go. Now just breathe normally, naturally, in and out through your nose and notice if anything's changed. Okay, and if you feel a little bit different. It doesn't matter if not, but you have spent a few moments just mindfully breathing. And we're going to try and keep that mindfulness as we move through the class today. So let your right ear fall towards the right shoulder. Do you feel a little pull there in the left side of the neck? You can try and squeeze your left shoulder blade down a little bit more. Okay, and then let the chin drop towards the chest. So you feel a stretch there in the back of the neck. And then let the head move over towards the left side and try and press your right shoulder blade down. And then bringing the chin back down to the chest. Taking the right ear towards the right shoulder, feeling that stretch there on the left side. And then swinging the chin back down to the chest. And then bringing the left ear towards the left shoulder. That's it. Good. One last time, swinging it back over to the right. And then bringing the head back to the center. Good. Turn the face up to the sky now. You get stretched there in the front of the throat. And then chin back down to your chest. But bringing the head back up, so chin's parallel to the floor. And then rest one hand on your shin and one hand on your foot, if you've got the legs crossed. Yeah? If not, don't worry, legs are out in front. Breathe in and draw your chest forwards and squeeze your shoulder blades together. And then as you breathe out, round into your back and bring your chin to your chest. And you pull onto your shins. Inhale, tilt the pelvis forwards and squeeze your shoulders back. See if you can arch the back. And then exhale, do the opposite of that. Pulling onto the foot and the shin, rounding into the back. Last time, tilting the pelvis forwards, try and squeeze your shoulder blades back, lift the chest up. And then exhale, pulling on the foot and the shin, or hands are on top of your thighs as you round into your back. Coming back up. That's it. Now, could you put your hands just either side of your hips, push down to lift up, and then just start to walk your way forwards. Now, if you are suffering with any knee things, put the blocks underneath your knees. And then just see if you can relax forwards for a little bit. So if you take your awareness to the hip of the leg that's in front, so hopefully that right leg, maybe you feel a little bit more stretch there. Could the fingers reach forwards a little bit more? And as they reach forwards, can the sit bones push into the mat? Start to bring yourself back up. And now take the hands behind you if you can. Fingers towards your bum, palms down, squeeze your shoulders back and lift your chest up. And don't worry, if you're against a wall here, just think about pressing the chest up. Good, guys, nice. Coming back up, we're going to bring the knees up, extend your legs out in front, give them a nice little shake out. And now cross the left leg in front. And again, if you've got your legs out in front, that's fine. You can just be here like this. Yeah. Breathing in, pushing down to lift up. And then breathing out, starting to walk your way forward. So you're getting a bit more stretch now in that left hip with the left leg in front. You can use your hands to try and push your hips back into the mat. And again, the breath, so if you can use your breath to try and help you relax in this shape. So it's nice, slow, steady breaths. Notice if you get tense or excited, you start to breathe quicker and the body starts to prepare itself for whatever's about to come. So if we keep the breath slow and steady, then the body and the muscles relax. Walk your hands over towards the left side. So you got your hands either side of your left knee. You breathe in, lift the head and chest, and breathe out and bring your forehead down towards the left knee. And again, if you needed the blocks underneath your knees here, you can do that. And if it's too much for you to come forwards, don't worry, just stay here in the center. Yeah. Rolling your way back up. That's it. And then take it over to the other side. Inhale to lift up first, and then exhale, forehead towards the knee. How does that feel there through the left side of your body and in that left hip? And then start to bring yourself back up. We'll come back to the center. And again, take the hands behind you, fingers towards the bum. Push down to the hands, squeeze your shoulders back, open up your chest. And it's an option there, this next bit, just to push your knees down and lift your hips up. Okay, but it's an option. Squeeze your shoulders back, inhale through the nose. And exhale. Good. Sitting your hips back into the mat and then walking your way back up. Nice, guys. We'll bring the knees up and extend the legs out in front. Give them a nice little stretch out. Okay. Hopefully that all feels okay so far. So we'll just bring the soles of the feet together now. And again, if you need the blocks underneath your legs there to support them, you can. And if you need your back against the wall, you can. But catch hold of your toes and then try and tilt the pelvis forwards and lift up tall so the crown of the head is going up high. And if you're not too happy to go too deep in your hips, have the blocks there. Yeah. And then we can start to walk our way forwards. Relax over your legs. So, is it creaky? Is there muscles being pulled? What can you feel in this shape? That's it. Good. Nice. Listen to your body, guys. Big breath in. And long breath out. Good. Nice, guys. Walk your way back up. Don't worry if you can't go too low. Yeah, you can only go as far as you can go. So don't worry about that. Bring your knees right back up. And then extend the legs back out in front. Okay, how's those hamstrings now? So if we flex the feet so the toes go straight up to the sky. And if you've got your hands by your hips, maybe you're sat on your block, that's fine too. Push down through your hands to get taller. And then fold forwards over your legs. Nice. Now, stay quite high here. So you might be feeling it in your hamstrings, that's okay. Turn your fingers behind so that they're facing behind you. Draw the chest forwards and then exhale and fold forwards. How's those hamstrings, guys? Breathe in and breathe out. Nice. Now, if you feel like you can keep your back nice and straight here, then you could start to reach for those edges of your feet. But maybe the hands on the shins is enough. Yeah. Inhale. If you've not been in this pose for a while, then it's definitely going to be talking to you. Those hamstrings are going to feel tight. So just try and relax. Good. All right. Start to lift yourself back up. We'll use a little bit of movement to help us get a bit deeper into the hamstrings. So you've got your hands by your hips. You're going to slide your feet all the way to your feet and then lift yourself all the way back up. Yeah. And again, as you exhale, slide your hands towards your feet and then lift yourself back up. Yeah. Take in your own time, sliding your hands towards the feet to lift yourself back up. And again, that's it. Try it one more time like that. Good. And now do it the other way. So the arms stay straight as you reach for the feet. And then roll your way back up. That's it. And again, exhale as you fold. Inhale as you come up. Good. In your own time. Last one. Hopefully they've got a little bit more heat in your body now. And then roll your way back up. Good. How's that feel? All okay? So stay here if this is comfortable for you. Okay. Otherwise, come seated on your heels. And if that's not comfortable for you, stay seated on your hip, on your bum. Yeah. Take your arms out in front. And then start to circle your wrists. Get nice big circles there. Now, if you do want to sit in this pose, but it's just a little bit uncomfortable, you can always have your block underneath your bum. Yeah, that helps as well. Good. And then take the circle the other way. That's it, nice. Good. Now we can bring the hands to interlace and do the same thing. So nice big circles one way, and then circles the other way. I bet some of you guys know how to body pop. So we do little circles with the wrists there. And then circle it the other way if you can. I can never work it out. That's it. And then release the hands, give them a shake. And extend your fingers out as far away as you can. Spread them out as far as you can. Okay. And imagine now you've got water, droplets of water on your fingertips, and you're trying to flick the water off. Okay. Close your eyes and keep flicking. Try and go even faster. Flick even faster. Create heat there in your hands, in your fingers, palms of the hands and wrists. Good. Keep flicking, even though it's hurting. It's not hurting, it's just slightly uncomfortable. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and shake it out. Well done. Good. So from here, come up onto your knees, and if you've got the block there, take it away. And you're going to bring your big toes to touch, your knees open wide, and sit your hips into your heels. Okay, now if you want to just have your legs out in front, you can still do this like that as well. Okay, so turn your fingers towards your pelvis. That's it, and feel the stretch there in the front of the wrist. So now, if you were doing this on the floor, then you could just press the hands down. Try and put weight into your fingertips and maybe bend your arms and draw your chest forwards. It's a nice stretch there in the front of the wrists. All right. Okay, and then flicking the fingers forwards. This time, just turn the palms so they're faced up and spread your fingers. Okay, and you should still be able to do that if you're on your legs, with your legs out. Yeah. So this next bit, we could start to let the elbows bend and the chest go down. Obviously you can't do that if you've got your legs out. And then straighten the arms. Okay, and again, elbows bend. And then straighten the arms. Okay, last time, press your thumbs down and your baby fingers down. And then straighten. Okay, and then stay there, bring your fingers into a little fist. You're trying to lift up the knuckles off the floor. Okay. All right, rolling up onto your knuckles. So if you had your legs out in front, they would be here. And then if you're on your knees like me, then you can come up and almost stand on your knuckles. Okay, now start to tilt so that you come onto the thumb knuckles. So you're feeling a stretch in the side of the wrist. And then lower the knuckles down and lower your elbows down. And then try and lift your baby fingers off the floor by drawing the thumbs towards the forearm. Coming back onto the knuckles, and then try and press the thumb knuckles into the floor. And then coming back onto the knuckles, lowering the elbows down, and then trying to lift the baby knuckles off. Yeah, good. Nice, guys. All right, come back up onto your knuckles. If you've got your legs out in front, come onto all fours. And then flick the fingers to face forwards. Nice, guys. Start to do your cat-cows, letting the belly drop, lift the head and chest up. And then breathing out, rounding into your back, push the mat away, chin to chest. And again, letting your belly drop, lift your head and chest up. And then breathing out, rounding into your back, push the mat away. Last time, letting your belly drop, draw the head and chest forwards. And then exhale, rounding your back, push the mat away. All right, so now coming back to neutral. Tuck your toes under and lift your knees off the floor. See if you can get into a little down dog. Yeah, so then just trying to send the sit bones up towards the sky. Maybe wiggle the hips from side to side. Press the heels down one by one. Should feel all right in your wrists. We've warmed up the wrists, warmed up the arms, stretched out the neck, a little bit in the hips. And then lower the knees back down onto the floor. All okay? Well done. Don't forget, you can shake out your wrists anytime. We'll take your right leg back and press the toes into the floor so you feel that stretch through the calf there. And then keep pushing through your right toes to lift your left knee off the floor. It might not be possible, so that's all right. Just stay at the pose before. We'll lower the left knee back onto the mat and then lift your right leg up. That's it, good. Now try a little bit of a challenge. Come onto your left fingertips and reach your left fingers forwards. Yeah, if that's not happening today, it doesn't matter. Just keep the left hand on the floor. So you exhale, bring your left elbow in and your right knee in, or you can keep the left hand on the floor. And then reach and extend. And again, draw the knee and elbow in. Use your core, squeeze it in tight, and then reach and extend. Last time, bring the right knee and elbow in, and then reach and extend. Just as a little extra challenge, send the left arm back, bend the right leg, catch hold of the foot. See if it's possible for you. Push the foot into the hand and lift the chest up. That's it, good. Don't worry if you fall, keep pressing forwards, chest forwards. And then when you're ready, release. Good. Sit the hips into your heels. Just take a little minute to relax, forehead down to the floor. Maybe stretch out your wrists a little bit. That's it, good. Thinking about strength now in this little section. So back up onto all fours. And we'll slide the left leg back so you get a stretch there in that left calf. And then push through your left toes and then see if you can lift your right knee off the floor. The right foot stays on the floor. You just get a stretch there through the left leg. And don't worry if this isn't possible. Stay at the pose before. Lower your right knee onto the floor. Now, if your wrists are hurting, you can come onto your knuckles. Yeah? We'll lift the left leg up to the sky. As a challenge, start to reach your right fingers forwards, but you can always keep the right hand on the floor. Breathe out, bring your knee and elbow in to meet. And then reach and get longer. That's it. And again, bring your knee and elbow in to meet. And then extend and get longer. Okay, so really focus on your core now as you bring your knee and elbow in. And then reach and get longer. Yeah, so you can stay here or take your right arm back. Bend your left leg, catch hold of your left foot. And then push your foot into your hand and lift the chest up. Don't worry if you wobble. Yeah, wobbles are okay. Coming out of the pose is okay. And then release the left knee down, right hand down. Sit your hips into your heels. Give your wrists a little shake. Cool guys, well done. Okay, coming back up onto all fours. Lower your elbows where your hands are. That's it. And then keep walking the hands forwards to the corners of your mat. And eventually let your chest sink towards the floor, your chin sink towards the floor. Yeah. Now if that's too much for you, don't worry. Stay on your forearms and just see if you can let your chest fall through, head lands on the floor. Yeah. But the full puppy pose, we'd be aiming chest and chin to the floor. Getting that nice scoop through the spine. Nice, guys, well done. The twins are looking good there, like two mountains, two ski slope mountains. Now start to walk your hands back underneath your shoulders and do the opposite of that, rounding into your back, chin to your chest. Good. Coming back to neutral. Well done, guys. We try that one more downward dog. Okay, so tucking your toes and then pushing your hips up and back. And you can also do down dog on your knuckles, yeah, if your wrists are sore today. You can also just skip this bit if you need to. Wiggle the hips from side to side. Enjoy your downward dog. Now bend your knees and look forward. Somehow you're going to sit your bum onto the floor. You might want to jump your feet through and then come to seated, or you do it a different way. Yeah. And then extend your legs out in front. All right, so use your block to sit on if you need to. Have your hands by your hips. Use the fingertips to help lift you up and just separate your feet a little bit. Okay? And then start to point and flex through your feet now. Yeah, so alternating through each foot. Try and feel the arch of each foot. Feel the point of the foot. Okay, and as you draw your toes back, can you feel the stretch of your calf? And then as you point the toes, can you feel the stretch of the shin? Getting into a nice rhythm within. Okay, and then keeping tall, take both feet out towards the side. Try and feel the baby toes on the floor there. Legs are rotating in the hip joints. And then point your toes and bring them back to the center. Okay, so flexing the feet, opening up to the side, pointing the toes, and then bringing them back to the center. Okay, let's try that a few times. So your legs are going to be warming up in those hip joints, and the feet are strengthening ankles, calves, shins, toes, arches of your feet. Everything's strengthening. Try going the other way. Flexing, sky, pointing. Flexing, sky, pointing. Good, 2 more times. Last one. Pointing, good. All right, so now push your hips forwards and bend your knees, and then start to lower down onto your back. Now, see if you can bring your heels close to your buttock, to your bum, and so you can feel your heels with your fingertips. So have you got a nice space in between your legs? And your palms flat on the floor. So you're going to breathe in and your belly will expand as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, draw your belly button back, push through your feet, tuck your tail under, and then see if you can lift the hips up to the sky. Now we've warmed up those feet, so see now if you can lift your heels up. So you're pushing down through the pads of your feet now. Feel the stretch through the front of the thighs. Keeping the hips high, lower your heels back down. And then lower your spine down. That's it. Try and feel every vertebra, as you go through your spine. Yeah. Breathe in, belly expands. Breathe out, belly draws back. Now start to push down through your feet, tuck your tail and lift your hips up. And then come up high onto your toes once you're there. See if that's possible for you. Can you feel your glutes, your bum muscles and your hamstrings working? Keep the hips high, lower the heels down, and then lower the spine down. Inhale. Last time, belly draws back, push through both feet, and then lift the hips up to the sky. Good. From here, come up high onto your toes. That's it. And now interlace your hands underneath your back. Squeeze your right shoulder blade under more and your left shoulder blade under more. And then try and press your baby fingers into the floor. Heels high, toes pressing down. Inhale. And then exhale, lovely guys. Lower the heels first. Release the hands and then lower the spine down vertebra by vertebra. Excellent, good. All right, now hug your knees into your chest. Wrap your arms over the tops of the shins and take a little rock from side to side. Good. So working a little bit more on strength there in your bridge pose, okay? So putting your feet flat onto the floor. Breathe in, belly expands, palms pushing down. Breathe out, belly draws back, push through both feet and lift your hips up. So we're not going to lift the heels up this time. But you can try and keep the hips where they are and then extend your right leg so that the right thigh is still in line with the left leg. So it's almost like the right leg's at a 45-degree angle. Lower the right foot down and then try and lift the left leg up. Keeping that left leg in line with the left thigh. Can you push your hips up higher, especially that left hip? Good. And then lower the left leg down and then lower the spine down. Nice and slow. Beautiful. Good. To counterpose that, come into a happy baby this time. So 2 options. A little bit easier is hands around the backs of the legs. Or hold on to the outer edges of your feet. Squeeze the thighs down either side of the rib cage. Yeah, see what's possible for you. Big breath in once you're there. And a long breath out as the thighs fall either side the rib cage. That's it. And do you feel like a happy baby? I'm sure that this is when they're at their happiest, just in this shape. Good. All right, release the legs and take your arms up and over your head, your feet straight up to the sky. So I love this, just to have your feet up in the air is a great way to get a quick boost. Yeah, if you don't drink coffee, you can do this instead. Separate the legs and start to circle the feet again like you did earlier. Just encouraging all that energy to run down your legs. And then take the circle the other way. Point and flex through the feet as well. There should still be remnants of that strength work you did earlier. And you can, if you're struggling to be here, you can have your hands behind your thighs. You can even have your legs against a wall. Give them a nice big shake. Shake out those legs. And then let both feet rest down onto the mat. Cool, guys, nice. Now extend your left leg out and bring your right knee into your chest. That's it. And I like to move the knee from shoulder to shoulder. So you're just getting a little bit of flossing in that right hip. Yeah, that's it. Does that feel nice? Good. And then let the right knee fall over to the left side into a twist. You want to keep your right elbow on the floor, your right hand on the floor, your left arm on the outside of your right leg if you can into this twist. Breathe in, belly and body expands. And breathe out, belly draws back. Good, all right, bring the right knee back into your chest. And now bring the sole of your right foot to the inner left thigh, open the knee, and then just rest the foot and the knee on the floor. Yeah. Yeah, so it's like a tree pose, but you're lying down on your back. If you like, use your right hand to encourage the right knee down, and your left hip to encourage the back of the hip into the mat. You can relax here. Yeah, so don't worry about pointing your left toes or anything. Just relax. Bringing the right knee back in. Now squeeze the left knee into your chest and extend your right leg away. Again, nice little bit of movement just from side to side. Flossing your left hip. And then we can let the left knee move to the right side. Okay, so taking the twist now on this other side, left back of the shoulder blade into the mat, left back of the hand into the mat, breathing in and expanding into the twist. Breathing out, belly drawing back. That's it, good guys, well done. Bring the left knee back into your chest. Right leg extended, and then sole of the left foot on the inner right thigh. So encourage your right hip down and encourage your left knee down, but try and relax your muscles in the shape. Imagine you're in your tree pose, but you're a fallen tree, so you're just supported by the floor now. Well done, guys. All right, bring the left knee back in. Hug your right knee back in. Have your knees close together and wrap your arms around your shins. Really tight ball, so it's like an upside down child's pose. Can you press your tailbone down into the mat? Inhale. And exhale. All right, so what we've been preparing for, press your feet together, open your knees and feel the edges of the feet on the floor. Again, if you don't want to go too low, just keep your knees a bit higher. Otherwise, let the knees open. Arms up and over your head. Big breath into your belly. Long breath out, belly draws back. Okay, so we've just got the last few moments of this class. I don't know where this class has gone, to be honest. But try this. Lift your knees up a little bit higher. Press your big toes together and your baby toes together and the heels of the feet together. Feel the edges of the feet in the floor. Inhale. Now as you exhale, push down through the edges and lift your hips up. Yeah, and if that's too much for you, you're just gonna stay as you was. Press the pubic bone up towards the sky. Yeah, so pushing both feet together, edges of the feet into the floor. And then lower the spine down nice and slowly, vertebra by vertebra. Good. So once you get there, just let the knees relax again. Let them relax open. Got that nice stretch on the inner thighs. Okay, but if it's too much, blocks under your knees is fine. Good. Start to bring your knees back up to the center. That's it. Hug both knees back into your chest. Now there's the option to stay here using your hands or palms flat on the floor. Then lift the legs up and over your head. Yeah. And if that's too much for you, don't do it. Okay, so just keep hugging your knees in. Hands on your lower back. You don't want lots of weight in your neck. Feel your elbows pushing into the floor. That's it. Good. That's it. Nice. Excellent. Rest your hands in your lower back. Yeah, so prop your back up with your hands. Yeah, go on then. Pop your hands in your lower back there and you'll be able to stay there a bit longer. Yeah. Now you come out at any time, guys. Yeah, so you can press your hands down onto the mat. And then just lower yourself right back down. Okay. All right, slide your feet to the corners of the mat. Have your hands down by your side and your palms faced up. Okay. Let your eyes close. Let your jaw relax. That's it. See if you can just find a place where you can be still for a moment. Remember the breathing that we did at the beginning. So take a breath in through your nose. Hold your breath at the top of the inhale. And then exhale. And hold your breath out at the bottom of the exhale. Breathing in, belly, ribcage, chest expands. And breathing out, chest, ribcage, belly floats down. Pause at the bottom. Breath in. Hold your breath there at the top. And then breath out. Hold all the air out. And keep going in that rhythm. And keep going until you start to not do it anymore. So you'll just get to a point where you just breathe naturally and normally, not thinking about the breath so much. So hopefully you'll just get to a place where you can relax. But if you need to keep to that sequence so that you stay in a relaxed space, then you can keep using that sequence. Hopefully you'll be able to sort of slip into a relaxed place and let go of the rhythm and just allow yourself to have some time to be still. Maybe you can hear the raindrops on your windows too. So you could let your awareness just be drawn to that noise if you can hear that as well. Maybe it gives you that sense of being safe and dry in your home. Start to breathe a little bit deeper. Keeping your eyes closed, start to move your toes and move your fingers. Like a big yawn, reach your arms above the head and we do a full body stretch. Pointing your toes and feel every muscle there that you've worked. And then roll to the right side into a fetal shape. So just like you like when you're sleeping on your side. Keeping your eyes closed, come up to seated, just sitting in any shape that feels okay for you. Bring your hands to the heart center, thumbs into your chest bone. Just notice how you feel now. Hopefully a little bit better than before. Big breath in. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Thank you for joining me this afternoon. Namaste. I tried to help people with some wrist issues and hip issues. Yeah, hopefully everybody had something that they needed there. Let me know if you've got any questions. It's nice to see the twins going. Hi, girls.